literally just said to me, you walked in this door and lied, and I heard you say you're going to pretend to call him. I have every right to defend my child. There's only one person in this world can advocate for my son, and that is me. And there is a vast majority of people in this community who are against this. And now you walk in this office and you lie. You openly lie where I can hear you. That is cold. And now you shut a door. It'll be all over. It will. This will be all over Facebook. This isn't how you handle people. That's disgusting. I have every right to be in here. Every right. She walked in and did that. Call the police on me, because I told you last night, I'll fight this. I have a right for my son to be able to breathe and come to school as a 5-year-old. Never wore a mask before. Never wore a mask before. His first day of school, you want him to do that. And you don't even have the guts to say to me face to face when I asked you last night. When I asked you last night, you have a prepared statement. You don't even have the guts to say it to me. You want to hide behind a keyboard just like that. Don't even give me the time to move my student out of here. Don't even give me the time. I would have moved him to Garrettsville. They closed it on Friday.
So was it a good thing that technology allowed everyone to have a video camera in their pockets and use it whenever they want? That's maybe a debate for another time, but we are seeing more and more of these. This video, by the way, that you just watched was of Jack Martin of Champion, Ohio. He took the video, he posted the video because, as is increasingly the case, he thinks that this makes the administrators look bad because his kid goes to a public school in Ohio where they are required to wear masks. And he apparently is not a fan of that at all. That is a more popular opinion than I would like. Still very much a minority when you actually poll people. But Michael, you do see these sorts of things. People going into the school board meetings to imply that the people serving in the PTA are violating the Nuremberg Accords, and waiting outside of schools to harass people saying, we know where you live. This one wasn't quite as violent, although he was yelling at people who were just trying to do their work. What did you think?
Look, we see them more because we show them more, and I'm not challenging TDR, especially not on my first day back, and it's not just happening
last day back.
Right? Yes, that's what I meant to say. But I do wonder if these sorts of things, they are clearly louder than the minorities that they represent, right? I mean, as you just said, John. So you hear these things, they're compelling, they're interesting, but the more they're shared and the more they're seen, it empowers people and it makes people who are probably thinking the same way or had no thought about it, but are swayed into thinking a certain way, even worse, that it gives them license to do that. I think it's terrible. And I think that if this stayed, you said everybody's got a video camera now. You're right, but we don't all have to show their videos every time. And again, like it's media, it's not going to stop. But that's the thing that I think is as bad as walking in there the way he did.
Michael, you're a very nice guy. You're allowed to criticize me in the show if you want to. You've earned it. Yeah. So let me explain my thinking. I feel really bad for the schools and for the school boards. I feel really bad for people who had no interest in any of this becoming so insanely politicized. And my fear is that, like, when you have whole states that are banning mandates, and then you have some courageous either like schools or areas, like this is happening, I believe, in Dallas, that are going against it. So we have this headline, dozens of Illinois school districts on probation for defying governor's mask mandates. Like, we're at a time when the stakes are so high that these local officials or people who literally just work at a school have to potentially choose to go against powerful political leaders to safeguard the lives of the kids, as well as the teachers and the support staff. And they can expect that they're going to be threatened. So what, like, I'm not going to solve that. I know that Biden is saying that there's going to be some challenges, to potentially help these schools not suffer consequences for requiring masking. How do we help fight back against the harassment that I worry might not be a lot of people, but if you're just a regular person working at a school, it can be terrifying to you and might influence your decision of whether to buck your Republican governor or not?
Yeah, I mean, I think in a way you do just what you said. I mean, like what's happening. So now, just to talk about what I was saying before, the good effect that it can have is that these school districts and these areas are localities are defying these governors who are going against, or these state legislatures that are going against what federal recommendations are. And so I guess you're because you are seeing a fight, and that fight is being won by the people that should be winning it in some place, but it shouldn't be fought over in the first place. And I think the other part of this is, as soon as this shifts from emergency use authorization into, and not that masks will, but into actual mandating, it's going to take a lot of fire out of this anti-mask, anti-vax movement. So I think that it will have carryover.
Wait, when you're saying when the vaccine is no longer has an emergency sort of authorization, when it's a general authorization?
Yeah, exactly. Once it's considered a vaccine that people can mandate, and the legal hurdles that you have to go through to mandate it, which are not always, terrible in every locality, but where they are terrible, it's been a very, very difficult thing for places to mandate. But what I'm saying is, that's about the vaccination, not about the masks. But I think once there's a mandating of vaccinations, the mask issue will sort of follow suit and also be less needed, because you're not going to have as many people who are vulnerable.
Wait, were you saying that you think it'll be a less divisive, like sort of cultural, political topic?
No, but I think that there will be less of a leg to stand on for a lot of these people that show up in these videos. I think it will be divisive until this is over. I don't think that's going to go away, but I think the passion behind the divide is they're going to be muted by mandates that are legally enforceable by school districts and businesses and governments and cities.
For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.